This place pulls you in. I didn't come with a plan, just a few pins on a map, and the freedom to wander. Here, time slows down. City and nature blur together. The streets blend into the scenery. Modern villas and hidden cafes fade into the trees. Simple joys, quiet moments, and a reminder that life moves fast. And when you slow down, the important things become clear. It's my first time in Karuizawa and in Nagano Prefecture. Let's discover it together. This place got a lot of mixed reviews, so I was a little eager to see for myself, but pretty standard Japanese hotel size. Let's check out the bathroom. It's small, but it's got all the essentials. And it's also just steps from the train station. But let's be real, I wasn't here for the accommodations. The first thing you'll want to do when you arrive here is grab a bike. There's rental shops everywhere around the station. For just 1,500 yen, you can rent a sleek Panasonic electric bike. I didn't even know they make these, but they work great. And if you're lucky, yours might even come with a cute little sign strapped onto the front. Biking has become one of my favorite ways to experience Japan. It's given me some of my most memorable moments, allowing me to slow down, take in the scenery, and see the country from a completely different perspective. I followed the main road, which led me straight to the old Karuizawa Ginza street. It's a charming little shopping street lined with cafes, souvenir shops, and a surprising number of denim stores, which, if you know me, is a big deal. I'd often start my mornings here, hitting up the cafes, and it's also just a short ride from one of the area's most peaceful spots. I'm gonna try to pass these people. Navigating is pretty easy, but you do have to stay alert, constantly watching out for cars and dodging pedestrians, especially on these narrow roads. But it's all part of the adventure. Clearly the bikes are really popular. I think I just find a spot, not sure how this works. Okay, just make my way. This looks like a spot. Okay, then this thing goes down here. Oops, I already messed that up. Of course, every time I film myself operating the bike, it malfunctions. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I had said something about it not being as touristy as other destinations, but I think I spoke too soon. And for good reason. Kumoba Pond wraps you in stillness. Its narrow paths trace the water's edge, gently pulling you into nature. The reflections double the autumn colors, like stepping into a painting. The air is crisp, leaves rustle gently. For a moment, everything just felt calm in a way that's hard to put into words. I don't know, this is something different. It was peaceful, but my time here was limited, and I was starting to get hungry. So I reluctantly left and ventured towards the other side of town. And after about 20 minutes or so, I made it to the next stop. There's a few restaurants up here, one of them being Soba Noodles, which sounds really bomb right now. Let's see what this sign says. There's a hot spring, casual restaurant, nature tour, and then testing my Japanese. Harunire Terrace. Oh, the name of the shopping center. I don't think I got that entirely right. It's a dining and shopping area that's tucked into the forest, surrounded by hundreds of elm trees, cozy cafes, boutiques, and wooden boardwalks that blend naturally into the landscape. It was here that I started to realize just how upscale Karuizawa is. Pampered dogs and strollers were a regular sight, until I finally picked a restaurant. So I just got the lunch special here. Seasonal assortments from Shinshu and Soba set. All of this is 2,900 yen, so I'm guessing that's about like 20 bucks or less. And then I also got the local beer, which I learned is called Jibiru. Cheers. Just beyond the terrace, the Yukawa River winds gently through the town, carving its way from the mountains. Its steady and soothing flow made the perfect backdrop as I followed it further into the day. It eventually led me to an unexpected landmark, an ice skating rink tucked away in the trees. I was a bit confused at first, but sure enough, as I pedaled a little further, I found the entrance to the bird sanctuary park. I wasn't sure what to expect. They say over 80 species of birds live here, and I didn't see any. And as I wandered in, the town slowly faded behind me. The forest felt untouched, still, with only the sound of the stream. There was hardly anyone else around, just me, the trees, and Mount Asama looming in the distance, always present, quietly watching over everything. Its silhouette followed me through the trip, a quiet and constant companion. As the light began to fade, so did my sense of calm, and so began the daily race to return the bike before its 5 p.m. cutoff. Don't worry, I made it just in time. But now with the bike gone, I had to walk back into town to find some dinner. A lot of places close early here, and with most local spots requiring reservations, options can feel limited. Luckily, I managed to snag a table before the evening crowd rolled in. The restaurant was a bit on the fancy side. I tried a bit of everything: salmon, horse sashimi, chicken. It was all delicious, but not cheap. There was still one last spot I wanted to check out. Near my hotel, and just on the other side of the train station, is the Prince Shopping Plaza. Apparently it's one of Japan's largest outlet malls, with over 200 stores, including some of the biggest luxury brands. A couple of things stood out: a Coach branded coffee truck, which was a first for me, and in true Karuizawa fashion, not one but 3 pet stores, complete with spa services. There's plenty of restaurants scattered around too, but if you're looking for something more budget-friendly, the food court is probably your best bet. I didn't do much shopping, just awkwardly trying to capture the moment. I'm still not used to this vlogging thing while people are watching. It is kind of embarrassing. Anyways, let me find my way out of here and I'll catch you in the next video. So I'll see you later. Karuizawa is a special place. I spent 3 days here, and that felt just right. I can see why it's a popular retreat for locals, especially in the autumn. The town's peaceful vibe feels worlds away from the rush of city life. Most of its magic happens during the day, while the nights are quieter with fewer options. And it feels like the town mostly caters to couples and families. I didn't quite feel like I was the demographic. I was passing through, solo and on a budget. And even though Karuizawa felt like a bit of an indulgence, I'm grateful for the moments it gave me. The stillness, the space to reflect, and the chance to just be. Until next time, Karuizawa.